should be live. Let me know if it's working. I'm currently rolling a field of spring barley with a new piece of equipment. First time it's been out in action today actually, or at all for us. New to us, not new. It's actually quite old, 2011. We've gone from a 6-metre set of rollers to a 12-metre set of rollers. No hanging about. Let me know what this sounds like, because the tractor's quite loud. I've not got a mic or anything. And I need to jump out every so often to pick up the odd stone, like right now. And I'll show you how we spin round the roller. Once I spin round here at the end rig, I'll show you out the window with the new bit of kit. It's making a huge difference. Right, here we go. I'm hoping you'll just flip over. Oh no, you won't. Hold on. Two seconds. There we go. 12-metre set of Dalbo rollers. They are awesome. So good. We used to be 6 metres, so just to about the middle of that roller. There and there. They're in really good nick considering they're 14 years old. Thankfully there's no telegraph poles in this field. Last field I was in there was the odd one. Takes a wee bit of negotiating with a 12-metre set. But jeez, cover the ground. They're actually, see that ram right there and the ram right there. So when you've set it out, you can pressurise those two to take the chassis frame off the middle, so that your middle roller isn't getting more pressure put on it than the rest. So you set, there's a wee gauge there. You set the pressure on these rams just to equalise the pressure across the whole thing. Is the tractor managing to pull the rollers? Absolutely no problem. I've got my tyre pressure right down, but 41% engine power, 4% slip right now. We're just trundling away at 8 and a bit K. I was going a little bit quicker, I've been sitting about 9 point something K. Tractor's managing no problem at all. Have only been in flat fields so far, relatively flat fields, so once we come to some steeper bits, that'll be slightly more telltale. I think it'll be fine. I've got the tyre pressure right down. Fronts I've got down to 10 psi. They're BKTs. The sidewall has kind of squashed quite a bit, which is good. And then on the back, I've got Alliance tyres, and I've got them right down at 6 psi, but the sidewall's not really squashed much, and it hasn't spread out that much, but I don't really want to drop too much further than 6 psi. But, oh, there's Dad. Dad's right there. He's just shifting forklift and seed back to the yard here. We're at yard 4 right now. Kev and Dunk are in the neighbouring field over there, sowing spring barley still. Last field of spring barley, and then we've got 2 fields of spring oats to go in. And then we're all sown up. So we'll be all sown up by Monday. Monday, maybe Sunday night, but more likely Monday midday. I've got 2 more widths in this field, and then we're going across the road there to another field. Cheeky question, why would I buy beef from your farm shop at great expense when I could go to Asda and buy your beef for less? I would say majority of the quality of the beef you eat, or we actually used to put some of our, we tried it for a while. EBP will do smaller numbers. EBP are producing for Asda, so we put them in. If we're long on cattle, they go to Asda or other supermarkets. I'm not exactly sure 100%. I think it's Asda. We tried it, so we put in some of our own animals, and just the hang quality isn't the same. So when they come to our butchery from John Scott's, they've hung for 10 days, a week, 10 days already, then for ours for 2 weeks. Whereas when we got them back from ABP, they arrived on a pallet, and you could tell they just didn't keep as well. Meat quality wasn't as good. So yeah, you could go to Asda and get yourself some decent meat. Will be some of our meat in there in some places, but yeah, hang quality is not the same. It won't be bad, it'll still be good Scottish beef, but got a stone! I've got a few stones. There's my stone grape, still working. No cracked welds yet. The paint's cracked a wee bit, but not bad. Still holding up. It's quite a lot of weight on the front there. That might be a ton now with all the stones. It's quite a lot to go out rolling with, but I wasn't that sure when I headed out with these rollers. I'll show you around the rollers. I wasn't that sure when I headed out with them if what I'd be like for traction, so I didn't want to go out and then not get anywhere. So I can try it with less weight. So 12.3 meters, 8.2 ton. A few repairs have been done on them, so there's one. These brackets have been beefed up. Those, oh, where are they? I've lost them. There's hinges in there somewhere. There you go. Those brackets have been redone. And there's another bit of welding. And there's one more. Where is it? Out here. There you go. There you go. But from what I saw anyway, when I went and looked at them, is the repairs that have been done pretty well. I mean, that'll be 15mm plate. Good solid welds on them. So they're good repairs where they are repaired. So that gave me a bit of confidence. I was really keen for a big set of rollers, no messing about, get over the ground quicker. We reduced our wheelings twice, 2 sets of wheelings taken out, because we run tram lines at 24 meters, right? So that is a tram line. The next one over where I've been isn't, and the one over from that is. And what we used to be doing is rolling on the tram line, then 1, 2, 3, then the faraway tram line. So we had 3 sets of wheelings from the tractor, putting a bit of compaction on the ground there. And your wheelings are meant to be about 10 to 15% reduced yield. So if we roll 1,000 acres in a year and we lose 10 to 15% yield in 3 wheelings in a 24 meter width, if we drop that to 1 set of wheelings max, it increases our yield by about £7,000 a year. So it pays for these very quickly. They were 13,000 they cost, so 2 years they paid for themselves, and that doesn't account for any time saved, because you get across the field almost double as quick, and it's not quite you're not looking at the other side of the field thinking, when am I ever going to get there? Oh, they're brilliant. Brilliant, fantastic. New set of these cost about 30 to 35 grand, somewhere in there. So they're not cheap. The guy I got them from down in North Berwick, Tom Tate, he's just trading them in for a new set because he gets on well with them. The new versions, they've got a few differences. I think they've got an extra set of rams somewhere as well. And those are standard. So those are standard, and there's a few other variations, but I'm dead happy with them. The only one wee thing we've got to get over is trying them up and down our steepest bit of ground. That'll be the telltale, whether I get up it or not. It's actually a hollow, so once you go down you have to come out. So we'll get there. Also, there's a bit of wear on the inside of the tyre there, so I'm going to swap those around so that when they're running on the road, because there's a bit of weight running on these tyres, and if they're kind of heavy on the one side they do wear unevenly. So we'll get that swapped around, we'll get that one swapped around. Other than that, there's nothing I want to do to it or change to it, because it's bob on. Spot on the money. What do you think? Do you like my rollers? They were up for 13,000. Someone actually sent me the advert. Thank you very much. I can't remember who it was, but someone sent me the advert. Fired Tom a message, went down, tried to haggle with him, didn't make any movements, and then said, right, I'll take them anyway. Hold on, let me swap you around. I would like to get a bit flatter on the tyres, the back tyres. They're not covering loads of ground yet. That was because I was muted because Gate Lady was phoning me. Sorry about that. I can't answer her phone call either. Let me know you can hear me again. You can hear me? Nice rollers, Crawfords. Have to get 710s on the tractor now. Yeah, this one's on 620s. Fence on 650s. Maybe get some big beefy flotations. I need to change the sprayer tractor tyres because they're just far too narrow. And actually, we do all our first spreading with the Fent, which is on 650. So what's the point in going out with a sprayer on narrow tyres? Yeah, not a huge lot of point. Yeah. Why didn't you answer my call, Crawford? I know I'm in trouble. It's your fault I'm in trouble. I just need to keep an eye on my phone percentage. I'm all good at the moment. Not the first time Gate Lady has muted me, exactly. You will get in trouble if you don't answer Gate Lady. We'll give her a phone in 10 minutes. It's quite an important phone call because she's bringing me food. So I better not forget to phone her back, or else I'll not get fed. Oh, I should be asking where I am. What field I'm in. Nah, well, we'll figure that out later. Oh, that's not meant to be like that, is it? Nightmare. That was an absolute bonker. Quite expensive. I think I might be able to fix it. It still turns on. It's a little bit crushed and dented at the bottom. If you want to know what happens, it involves the new set of rollers and me being an idiot. One for the repair shop. Repair bench. Duct tape, yeah, I don't think duct tape's quite going to cut it. I'll take some fruit. I could do with a pint of milk, that'd be good. And oh, there's some cottage pie in the fridge. I'll take that. Can you hear me again now? Put my order in on live. Yeah, she did mute me again. Oh man. Bless, we're making so much good progress. The whole countryside's moving. The weather's brilliant, looks good for the next 2 weeks. It's easy when it's like this. 2 more, yeah, Monday we'll finish sowing. I might get caught up with the rolling by then too. I should do. Oh, there's a stone. If I can get everything rolled up by Monday, Tuesday, and Kev's finished sowing, then Kev will jump on the ferret spreader for a week, I'll spray for a week, and we'll be golden. We'll be up to date with everything pretty much. Obviously all the crops that have just gone in and are going in, they'll need a pre-em. The OSR needs a spray and its last application of ferret. The OSR doesn't need a spray quite yet actually. Another couple of weeks maybe till it gets its first flowering spray. But it needs some ferret on it. Yeah. There's a bit to do, but weather looks great. I think by this time next week, or say a week on Sunday, I think we should be pretty much up to date and feet up, taking it easy. Cows are, I've got about 19 left to calve. They're just taking their time. Dad's keeping an eye on them at the moment. If anything starts to calve then and needs any help, then I'm only 15 minutes away maximum. Yard 2 is right in the middle, so between yard 1 and yard 4 there's 6 miles, and yard 2 and 3 are in the middle, so it's pretty easy. You're 15 minutes maximum in a tractor away from the cattle at any time, so that's good. Just on the entric here. Oh, nah, that stone. You can see I ran over it earlier. Didn't fancy picking it up, but we're on live, so I better pretend I picked them all up. It's not quite late enough yet to start. I can't see that stone. Give it another hour. What's the time? 20 past 6, is that right? 20 past 6? Is that clock wrong or right? I don't have a clue. It must be about that. How quick in the buggy? In the buggy, in the Can-Am, you could do it in 15 minutes in the tractor, you could do it in 6 in the buggy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just checking I'm getting my entric tram line right for spraying. So the sprayer, oh you can't see now that. Look at that sky, look at the cloud line. Absolutely poker straight. That's a bit mental. That's wild. Anyway, yeah, I'm just trying to get my tram line 12 metres off the edge of the field, because if I just went off the edge of the field and worked my way in, I wouldn't be putting tracks where the tram line is going to sit, and then it wouldn't be that obvious where I need to run with the sprayer. We're on a 3 metre drill, so there's a seam between Kev's 4th and 5th pass around the entrance, which is what you follow. What kind of rollers? They are Dalbo 1230, so 12.3 metre compact. At the start, there's been quite a few more people joined since I've showed you the actual rollers. I'm not on GPS right now, so I can't turn you around and steer at the same time. I'll try. I'll just stop and give you a peek. Anyone who's interested, who's joined? Someone's asking if they're from Agricar. No, they were bought privately. They're quite old. They're 2011, but pretty good nick. £13,000 should pay for themselves quite easily within 2 years, as long as I can get them up the steepest hills we've got, which I'm confident, especially when conditions are good. So if anyone's looking for a set of 6 metre Verdestad rollers with paddles on them, they're for sale. I'm looking for 13 grand. Make me an offer to a good home. Same as Ollie Harrison's. I think his are yellow. I don't know what brand they are. Okay, I'll start with a C. Does it? Someone will know. Start with a C, I'm sure. I can't remember. The main brands of rollers, whatever he has, Dalmos, Verdestads, Evas, Cousins, they make a good set, and there's a couple of others. Claydon, there you go. He's got a Claydon set. What's been happening in the rest of the country? Is everyone sewn up? Is everyone still got a lot to do, a little to do, feet up in on the couch right now? Spraying all done, calving all done, lambing going well. Our calving's been going, I don't want to speak prematurely, but really quite happy how it's going so far. We'll just leave it at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're on the drill, says Doogie. Where about, Doogie? Still sowing in Stirling. You much to do, Ryan? And I presume everyone's enjoying the same weather. We had rain in Somerset this morning, all dry and sunny now. Was it needed, the rain? I know where I went and picked up these rollers in North Berwick, that was 2 weeks ago. Tom was crying out for the rain, and I don't think they've had any rain yet. Got grass to sow, but don't bale it till end of July. Yeah, I've got organised a bit of grass to get sown, just slotted into grass that's there already, because it's on some ground which you can't plough. I don't know how much of it the drill will be able to get to. It's a contractor that's coming in to do it. So yeah, keen to improve our grass where the cows are, because we're a bit tight on grass all summer last year. So we've done a bit of lime, we've still a bit more lime to go on the grass, stitch in some new grass, and then see what we're like after that. First rain in, was that Australia? We had rain in Perth, Australia today, first time in over 4 months. Is it not flooding in Australia right now? Obviously Australia is huge, it can be flooding in one place and bone dry in another. Someone will know. Been a lovely day here in Norfolk today. In the sunshine, been around 22 degrees. Flip my neck. I'd be getting burnt in that. Peely Wally, Scotsman. What percentage we're on? Don't forget, click like. 260 of you. 90 people click. Oh, 100 people click like. What's the rest of you doing? Maybe you're watching on the telly. It's quite hard to like on the telly, I think. Nip round. Oh, you're on focus to the flipping. There you go. Nip round the end rig here. That's slight downside. So where you're coming into a point. So obviously, that is flipping focus. Anyway, that bit of soil that's been turned up by turning the rollers too tight. It's only when if you're coming into a point and you're trying to do a quick sharp turn to get back down and round, it kind of screws up the ground a little bit. Just trying to figure out the best method to doing your loop. Watching you rolling in the field while there's a Fendt out rolling the field at my house seems a bit mad. Yeah, there's like between here and home, the tractors are fleeing about. Loads of them. A lot of Fendts. A lot of them. Seems to be growing all the time, the number of Fendts kicking about the countryside. It does tell a story, doesn't it? What kind of tractor is everyone sitting on right now? Worked out where you are, I think. Gate Ladies just messaged me. Yeah, I'm at yard 4, first field on the left. Although I might be in the triangle field by the time you get here. She said she just realised I was live. Thank you. Did you get my order from earlier? I would like a bit of fruit, a bit of cottage pie, and maybe some nuts, some yogurt, and a coffee, please. I'm gonna get slapped when she gets here. What pressure does everyone run their tractor tyres at when they're rolling or drilling or anything? I was trying to Google it earlier when I was putting these rollers on, because they're quite a bit of weight, and one, I want the grip, but two, I want the reduced compaction, so I'm not that sure what pressure to be running at. Fronts are at 10 at the moment, backs are on 6. It's quite low, but they haven't splayed out that much. They're Alliance Super something radial. The fronts are BKTs, Agri Pros or something. There are no variable pressure fancy sidewall things, just bog standard. Fendt's just a green Massey. No, it's not. Who said that? Whoever said that is a fool. They've never driven a Fendt. I'm going to start a war in the comments here. Oh, Gate Ladies just messaged again. I missed it though. Oh, there we go. We're 144 likes. Some of you have kicked into life. Go on then. What's everyone's favourite colour of tractor? Green with yellow, green with red, blue with white, red with white, multicoloured, i.e. Vulture, bright orange, red like a McCormick. Do they come in a few different colours, the McCormick? And what else have we got out there? I'm not too well versed in all the other brands. Oh, these rollers are awesome. Absolutely love them. And a few doubters saying I wouldn't be able to pull them. Do every other run and fill in the gaps, no turning tight then. Yeah, like on straights, if you're coming in at 90 degrees or 70, 80, 90 degrees, I do every other turn because it's not a tight turn and it's easy when you're on GPS. But when you're coming in sharp to a tight angle. I don't like to do that. It doesn't work that well. Because you have to do a big loop and then drive back down. Anyway, it's just where you're coming into a tight angle. Right, one more pass around this field, on to the next. Green and red wheels, yeah, good man, sensible man. Case, oh yeah, Case, I forgot about Case, they're just a New Holland. C&H. We're on the other side, 30 to 40 plus for months in Western Australia. Red and grey 7618 is my favourite Dyna 6. It's a Massey for anyone wondering. Dyna 6 is their like gearbox, whatever it does. Does that mean it's a Vario? Does Dyno kind of mean Vario? Green and yellow wheels. Oh, so we've got a Fendt, we've got a Massey, and we've got a John Deere at the moment. Someone here is offshore on the night shift, Western Australia, muggy and sticky out here. That is exactly what it is not here. It is quite cool actually. Really dry air, it's lovely. Howdy Crawford, howdy Robert Higgins. You don't sound like you come from a country that uses howdy very often. You sound particularly Scottish. Jen and Dakota, 30 to 40 watts. I presume degrees Celsius for a minute. Are the cows out yet? No, I'm very tempted. It's not a huge amount of grass. I could do with getting my bulls semen tested. I need to phone the vet. I was meant to do that today. Damn it. See if I can get hold of someone tomorrow. Book the vet in to semen test the bulls, and then turf them out to the grass, get them moving, get them hardening up their hoofs, get them working on their feet, get them fit, and hopefully have no bull troubles. And then I think I'll turf some cows out end of the week, end of next week. I've got a bit of fencing. I need a new fence up, so I'm hoping Lewis Knox, who does our fencing, will be out to have a look this weekend maybe, and then I don't know when he's going to get it booked in, but a bit of fencing to go up so I can segregate my cows a bit more, because I want to start using our own replacements, which requires knowing which bull's going to which cows. Only going to keep replacements for our new bull Peggy and Mike, the other Simmental, not from Native, that Simmental or Euro. The reason not from Native is because the hoof trimmer was in last week and he said don't keep replacements off of this bull, hoofs aren't particularly good, they're a bit misshaped, and that'll pass on to the cows or the heifers we keep off of the bull. So I don't want heifers with misshaped feet. Many years ago when I worked on a farm, the main tractor was a K-Reg Renault 11054. We had a slightly older 14554 Turbo Renault and a very old Lamborghini 1358 DT. Fantastic. Sounds good. Can't say I have driven any of those. Only blue will do. Tractors and trucks. I disagree. While I'm sat in a blue tractor. To be fair, I don't want to curse this tractor or the other one, but in terms of major things, gearbox, engine, they're pretty solid. Lots of wee niggly things, semi-regularly. Maybe shouldn't have said that. Bound to go wrong now. I'm hoping the vent is pretty bomb proof for the next number of hours. It's the kind of machine, if it keeps going as is, it'll be on, by the time we're finished sowing, it'll be like 4,000 hours. I don't know, run it to 10,000 and then reassess. This one's on, where's my hours? 7,416 hours for this tractor, and the other New Holland spare tractor is on 7,230 hours. Creeping up a bit, and both having problems. This one had the radiator bung on the bottom go a couple of weeks ago, you saw that. The other one burst the hydraulic pipe and something else went last week. Saying that, the vent burst the hydraulic pipe 3 weeks ago when we were ploughing. So, yeah, I don't know. They all go wrong. They all break down. 10% battery on my phone here. Last wee strip up here, and then we can fold up the rollers and shift across the road. I'm in the field. If you remember back, I did it just before harvest time, with gateways into 2 fields, and made them mega wide so we could just go straight across with the combine header on. Unfortunately, I don't think it's wide enough for the rollers, so I'm going to have to fold them in. Almost would have just been able to go straight across. I'll need to make it even wider. 13 metres wide. That's a big gateway. A few people did say at the time, you're just inviting fly tippers. But so far, touch wood, I've not had any fly tipping in those 2 gateways. Get a lot more fly tipping, this is yard 4, a lot more fly tipping towards yard 1. It's closer to Perth. So people come out and find a gateway. They don't generally come as far as this. Thankfully. Fly tippers, scum. Scum. I'd love to catch one. While in a forklift. Oh jeez, crept up a bit there. 13k, it's a bit speedy. Have you been rolling in the dirt yourself? I don't know, about 9k, haven't I? It's a new fresh hoodie this morning. 12 metre rollers on a 24 metre tramline system is the way forward. Exactly. If you don't buy a roller set to fit in with your tramline spacing, I think it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's a bit daft if you're not running on your tramlines with that track. So that was why we had to go straight from 6. Well, could have gone 8 metres, I guess. Because my math's right there, yeah. I know my 8 times table. But go 12, don't mess about, get the foot down, cover a lot of ground. Just need all the neighbours round about. There's a few quite big guys round about covering 7,000-8,000 acres type, and they rock with their big drills and just wipe out fields at the time it takes you to do. And then they turn up with their 2 or 3 combines, do the whole farm in the time it takes us to do a field. Bit of a piss take. Catch one with a forklift. Yeah, fly tipper. Fly tipping is rife everywhere, unfortunately. Yeah. There's no consequences if you go fly tipping. If you get caught, yeah, no consequences, so people just do it. I don't get it, because you can take a lot of stuff you see fly tipped, you can take it to the tip. It's a bit stupid. Did you get your 3k cow? Yeah, the beast I put away put away 3 beasts last week to the abattoir, trying to shoot for a £3,000 animal. No. £8.20 something short. £2,991 and something pence. £8 short. Gutted. No, but we've 2 away this week. This morning actually. Just put 2 away, so there's a chance. One of them, we've not got the payments back yet, but one of them killed out at 425 kilos, and the other one killed out a bit heavier than expected at 439 kilos, so it's 9 kilos overweight. So it's going to get a bit of a deduction, unfortunately, because the limit's got up to 430 kilos dead weight, and then you start getting reductions, which is frustrating. So I don't know what I think it's 705 pence still a kilo, so I think we'll still be. The one with deductions still might make it, because although you get deductions, you've still got the weight, you've still got the mass. You're just per unit, you're just per kilo, you're getting less. Fixed penalty in London Borough is £1,000 for fly tipping. Okay. Is that the same elsewhere? Would you try a class tractor? Oh, I missed a class tractor. We demoed one when we bought the Fendt actually. We demoed a Claas, a John Deere, a Valtra, a Fendt. I was actually quite impressed by it. Really smooth on the road. I'd say it's smoother than the Fendt on the road. Or on par. Very good. Just don't think they hold the value. Cheaper to buy outright, but depreciate quite heavily. So that's kind of where we opted for the Fendt. Is fly tipping typically commercial rubbish, builders, etc.? Why would someone fly tip household waste? I don't know, but quite a lot of it is household waste. Like we get just a random assortment of like 2 bikes, a few bin bags, a few other random bits and bobs, stuff that you could take. I might fit through this gate. I think I'll fit. I'll fit through this one, the next one's slightly narrower. Let's find out. Nah, I'm not going to fit. I'm not going to fit through the next one. We're going to have to roll up, fold up. Right, we'll fold these in, which is quite a simple task. There's 2 spools. Oh, Dad's just messaging me saying there's a cow maybe starting to calve. Right, so trying to remember which one's which. Oh, is that what's going on? I've got my oil flows set right down. No, they're not that far down. No, they are quite far down. Oh, there's Gate Lady. What's going on? Fold up. Have I broken them? Wrong spool. Nice one. Idiot. Fold them up. Fold in that ram and that ram. They're also connected to that ram and the same on the other side. So these wing sections will fold in. Oh, there you go, Robert. Yep, you can see my 12-meter rollers now. I've got my oil flow set quite low because when you drop them down onto the cradles and just generally folding them in, it's quite a bit of weight getting lugged about, so we'll just go easy. So that's that one. There you go. So each of these wings come in They're on a wee like silicon or nylon bush that runs along a groove right there. That comes in on a groove, slides underneath, and then that whole section then starts to fold in. So that side's going to go first. It's quite a neat design, like real easy. 2 sets of spools, job done. And then they just drop, there's a little bit of steel poking out there, and that kind of hooks into it. You just got to be gentle setting them down in there. And I've been told from Tom, who I bought them from, don't float them down into there. Just set them down gently and be on your way. What are advantages of rolling crops? There is a few. So particularly in this field, it got a deluge of rain after we sowed it. Hold on, I'll just show you them dropping down. So just drop, that's them dropped in, that's them good to go. Yeah, this field got particularly a deluge of rain, and then that rain, that wet layer dried out, hardened, and it's then created like a cap. We call it capping. So the field's got a bit of a cap on it, and it's a hard layer for crops to push up and through now. So one, this roller is just crunching up, making cracks, crop can come up and through. Two, you're making the field a lot flatter, so when you're spraying, pre-emergence is basically like a layer across the whole field, and when it's flatter, you're getting better coverage across the ground. So there's that. Three, you're breaking up clods and lumps of soil, breaking them down, so you've less of them. Four, you're rolling in stones, so less likely to be picked up by the combine and cause damage to the combine. 5 or 6, whatever I'm on, consolidates the soil a bit, kind of a little bit of compaction round about the seed is good for getting it germinated and setting itself in the soil, a bit of structure. And 7, or whatever number I'm on, what was the last thing I was going to say? Retaining moisture. So springtime coming towards summer, we've not got much rain forecast. You pack it in a bit, remove a bit of air, you retain more moisture. That's why we roll. And now we roll at 12 meters. No hanging about. Right, cheerio. I will see you Sunday if I don't go live tomorrow. Cheerio. Bye. If I can hang up. Click like on the way out. Goodbye.